everyone, this is our 5-month postpartum update. Victor is sleeping right now and let's get right into sleep. Something new has developed, I guess you could say, a new sleeping habit. He sleeps for a good 90 minutes or 2 hours in the morning, which used to be like 45 minutes or so, like he does during the rest of the day when he naps. And when he wakes up, he is awake for about 90 minutes. Roughly, and then I take him outside in the stroller and I walk around the neighborhood with him until he falls asleep. Then we go inside and I put on this rain sound, and with the rain sound in the background, I could say he always sleeps for a good, 90 minutes to 2 hours. So that is great. That is a pretty relaxed start of the day for me. So he is sleeping right now and I will show you him when he wakes up, and he has grown a lot. So back to sleep, like I said, he is awake for 90 minutes at a time, and then he sleeps for, in the morning the 2 hours, but then the rest of the day he naps for 30 minutes or 45 minutes, sometimes just 20 minutes. And during the nights are still the same. So he wakes up every 2 or 3 hours to nurse. And sleeping during the nights has been a little bit rough lately, because he would wake up at like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 o'clock and then wouldn't go back to sleep. So then I go out of the bed with him and he's just wide awake. So I wait for like an hour or so, and then luckily he goes back to sleep. But that has made me pretty tired, and he also wakes up quite early in general. So this morning he woke up at 7:30, and that was the first time in like a month or so. So I was really happy that I could sleep in. But usually it is like 6:30, sometimes 6, sometimes 7. Well, that doesn't happen very often. Most days he wakes up at 6 or 6:30. Now I think the fact that he wakes up really early and sometimes is awake during the nights is due to another developmental phase that he's going through. And also teething, which I will get to in a minute. But according to my Wonder Weeks app, the Oei Ik Groei app for the Dutch moms, he is in this stage that he's going through a lot of developmental things. So I guess that's why he sleeps a little bit, not so good, worse. The breastfeeding is going really well, and he is still exclusively breastfed. He nurses every 2 hours during the day, and not very long though. He nurses for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes at the most. But every 2 hours is quite often, so I would be happy if he could rely more or be more dependent on solid foods. And we will start solids next month when he is 6 months. Now he is still drooling a lot, and I read on the website of Mama Natural that when they don't drool as much anymore, that is one of the signs that they are ready for solids. So I'm really curious as to how the drooling will be next month. And also another sign is that he is staring at our foods and he wants to grab it and he wants to put it in his mouth. The other day I was holding a sandwich and he was really so excited. He was like that, like that's, you know, how babies can be when they're really excited, and he wanted to hold it, so I let it touch the bread because he thinks that's so much fun. And I will try to find the clip and I will include it so you can see how excited he was. Now he is getting his 2 bottom teeth and they look so cute, and he has been drooling for maybe 2 or 3 months, so I expected the teeth to come along. But I think we saw them for the first time like 2 weeks ago or so. Just a minute, I will go check on him. He is sound asleep. The teeth hurt him though. I can hear that in the way he cries sometimes. And I bought several toys for him which he can chew on, but at this point he finds it a little hard to keep them in his mouth. And he reaches and grabs for things in general, and he's getting better at it. He also talks a lot and he laughs a lot, and that is so much fun and so cute. The other day I was laughing very loud and he copied it, so we had so much fun together. He started laughing and giggling very loud too. About sleep, I wanted to mention that we still help him to fall asleep, and I thought of a new way to do that, because sometimes I can't take him outside in the stroller and my back hurts too much to put him in the wrap. So I made a little hammock with my wrap. I tied it to the bed and then I rocked him to sleep, and that works sometimes. He doesn't always like it, but sometimes he does, and that is a little bit easier for me to help him fall asleep that way. My husband takes him outside in the stroller a lot too, because my husband loves to hunt for Pokemon, and he walks around the neighborhoods for sometimes like a few hours, and then he takes Victor along with him. And Victor sleeps in the stroller, and sometimes he's awake and he's just really content being on adventures with his daddy. And when I am home by myself, I nurse him to sleep, but I can only nurse him to sleep at this point during the nights. During the day he stays awake. So then I go outside with him in the stroller, or I put him in the wrap, and he's always really happy when he wakes up after napping in the wrap. He just loves it, being snuggled up and really cozy on my chest. And he sometimes sleeps longer in the wrap than he does in the stroller, so that is a plus too. But I don't let him nap in the wrap too often. I let him nap in the wrap once a day, and I wish I could do that more often, but he gets so heavy and my back starts to hurt, and even though I can sit down when he naps, it just takes a lot of energy somehow. So in a few weeks this lady will come over. She is a consultant she helps women with getting babies in the wrap the right way, and I can get Victor in the wrap the right way on the front, but I want to carry him on my back. I think that would be a little bit easier. And I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on how you can put your baby in the wrap on your back. So I know the steps, but I can't figure out how to do it. I can't do it. So she's coming over to help me, and she has these really heavy dolls which you can practice with. And I hope that way I can learn to put him on my back myself, and hopefully that will make life a little bit easier. Now I'm doing pretty well despite the lack of sleep, and something I can mention is that I have so much hair loss now. The first few months after Victor was born I didn't experience hair loss, but now it's really bad. And every time I comb my hair, there is so much hair in my brush that I could really make a wig out of all that hair. And I'm hoping that will stop soon, because I don't want to lose my hair, of course. And I'm sure that won't happen. But yeah, I would like that to stop. So please, experienced moms, let me know how long this will go on, because I'm really curious how much more hair I will lose. Now I think I've told you everything. Maybe you have any questions, so let me know, then I try to answer them. And yeah, we're doing pretty well, so I guess that's it. I'm going into town with a friend this afternoon, or for lunch. We're going out for lunch. She also has a son, so that's what we're going to do today. And I'm thinking of going to some sort of mommy cafe. It's or coffee morning, to meet other moms and other babies. I think that will be fun. Also for Victor, that I get to know other moms, so he could play with the other kids when he's older, of course. Yes, I think that's it. I will leave it at this. I'm really happy spring is coming along. I can see spring flowers everywhere. So I hope you are doing well too, and I will see you next time. Bye! Look who woke up. Hey, ben je net wakker? Ja, zie je ons daar in de viewfinder? Oh. So yeah, he's nice and chubby, and really happy baby despite the teething, and we're having so much fun together. We hebben het gezellig samen, hè? Ja, we hebben het gezellig samen. Oh. Hallo. Zeg maar hallo. 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 Okay, bye guys.